Good morning, afternoon, evening, and welcome to another Wonderland podcast. I'm your GM and host on this wonderful day. I'm Jason. I'll be leading these yahoos about my madness. These mad characters that have joined me at the table tonight are Mike.
Yep, and I'm playing a clockmaker, or we'll just go with the clockmaker. It's probably going to make the most sense to everybody. By the name of Augustus Whitliff.
Whitliff. Nice. All right, Augustus. And next to Augustus, we've got Percy.
Playing an English Mastiff named Dover.
And his master, I think.
Friend. Loyal friend.
Loyal friend.
Yes, I mean
business partner, maybe. I don't know.
Do I hold the title master? Sure, but more than that, we are friends.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. So, friend and title owner of said Percy.
Does he have papers?
Of course, I have them all over on the ground.
Good.
He chewed them up.
All right, Kevin, and your character.
My character's name is Benjamin Savage.
Benjamin Savage. Nice. I dig it.
I got real lazy and looked down at my book.
That's.
I shouldn't have told y'all, but I had to be honest.
I find no fault in that. We've all been there before.
I look down in the back of the book, says, "Get savage."
Yes, sir. I will. I'll do that.
That sounds like a comedy routine. What's your name? Ben
Fort
Savage.
Napkin.
No, that just becomes his quote when he cuffs a guy. You just got savaged.
Ooh. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
Anyway, Rick, what are you?
No, more importantly, who is he?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
no, I'm the what. You're the who.
And I'm
That's
Rick,
rude.
and I'm playing Wayne Longfellow Johnson. And I'm
Wayne Long Johnson.
Wayne Longfellow Johnson. And
That's a very Western name. Sorry, I dig it.
I'm an Army Scout from Texas.
Very Texan name too.
Gonzales, Texas, to be certain.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, with that, I think we're about ready to get started. So y'all overnight share a similar dream. And this dream kind of has some similar imagery. 4 houses in shadow, 4 falling queens, a chessboard in flames, a shattered teacup, a river of blood, a dragon wrapped around Big Ben, a library in a deep fog, a pig in a peppermill, a clockwork mushroom, and a crystal caterpillar, the moon eclipsing the sun, a lizard and a wooden butterfly, a church stuck in a photograph, and a blood-stained blue dress. And as you slowly start to wake this fine Sunday morning, you hear the words, "Quaint child, old-fashioned Alice, lend your dream. I would be done with modern story spinners. Follow you the laughter and the gleam. Wary am I this night of saints and sinners. We have been friends since Lewis and Old Tenniel. Housed you in immortality and red and gold. Come, your naivete is a spring perennial. Let me be young again before I am old." And y'all wake. And you're going about your day. It's early morning. The hustle and bustle really hasn't started because it's Sunday. But y'all are maybe gearing up. Y'all find yourself in, 1890s London. It's smoky. It's smoggy. The acid rain has pelted the city for a few decades now because we're starting to get further into the Industrial Revolution. So, most people don't want to spend a lot of time outside, even on a nice early spring day as such as it is. And so y'all find yourself in Piccadilly Circus. The early morning trains are running, Sunday service is working, but y'all are available to go about your day, sort of what are y'all doing? Go ahead and set up where y'all are right now, or what brings you out this day. So we'll start with
Taking Dover for his morning constitutional.
that. That sounds about right.
Make sure you clean up after him.
This is the 1890s. I don't got to do that.
He's probably very right. Anyway, and yourself?
Well, after the drunk I must have had last night to have that kind of dream, I'm looking for some place to go find me a little sauce.
I can dig it. All right. What about you, man over the intercom?
I'm on my way to my shop.
Okay. So you work on Sundays. You're the always busy, always available.
As an artisan, it would be I work to the order, not to the day.
Right. Okay. That works for me. So as you start your day, you hear the train whistle kind of pull into Piccadilly train station. The tube is still getting its start, so there are some underground stations, but for the most part, a lot of them are still above ground or above-ish ground. So you hear this whistle followed by a woman screaming, and you see dashing out a girl who looks to be about a teenager, come running out, looks a fright, doesn't look at place at all. And in fact, if all of y'all could roll a notice check for me, we'll see what you see.
Can I notice via smell?
You-
Will there be any strange smells?
You can.
Okay.
I will let you roll the smelling benefit on this one.
Oh, and we have wild die too, right?
Always roll your wild die.
So that's going to be a 7
A
for
7.
me.
Okay.
4.
So how does the wild die work here, Jason?
So the wild die is with every roll because you are a wild card character. And you roll an additional d6 with any skill roll I ask you to roll. And most other like vigor checks and other things, you have the wild die working for you. There are very few rolls, damage rolls being one of them, that you don't add your d6. And in those cases, those are pretty obvious, but they're few and far between. It's mainly damage, and every now and then you won't get a wild die check.
Yeah. And you roll the wild die and then pick the best result out of the 2 dice.
Correct. You do not add them. But however, if your die rolls a maximum value, you then re-roll the said die. So like on a d6, if you roll a 6, you roll that die again and add that to the total. So like a d6, if you roll a d6 and then if you roll a 6 and then a 4, that value is a 10. But
Okay. So walk me through something real quick, just because I know we have some listeners out there, and I'm not trying to derail the game here, but for those that have never seen or heard of this, so let's say, for example, I'm sitting on a smarts of D10, but I have a notice of D8 in the skill.
Mm-hmm.
How does that dice construction work?
So that dice construction is a d8 because that's your skill value. Your skill value is always the dice you roll, and then you roll your additional d6 with it because you are a player character who is considered a wild card. So that is your dice pool, and whatever those two values roll is the higher of the two you take. And like I said, if one explodes, as it's called in Savage Worlds, then you get to add that value to, like, you can keep, if you keep rolling 6s, if you keep rolling 4s on a d4, if you keep rolling 12s on a d12,
Okay.
It just keeps adding.
All right, good to go. So
All right.
I have a 7.
All right, so we've got a 7, a 4, a 7,
6.
a 6. So no raises. So just to quickly go over what a raise means, most skills in Savage pass on a 4. In fact, most all things pass on a 4. Yeah. To get a raise, you have to get 4 over that total. So it's a 4 counter. So like if for certain things, like if you need a 1 to pass, a raise becomes a 5. If you need a standard 4 to pass, you need an 8 for it to count as a raise.
Well, they actually in this edition decomplicated it a little bit by saying you always pass on a 4, and instead of modifying that base value, you modify your die roll by plus or minus however much.
Right.
You're just always looking for a 4. but your result may be -2 or
Plus
+2.
2.
Like mine was +2, for example, instead of me only having to, because technically, like, you only have to get a 2 to win because you have +2, but I'm looking for that 4.
Correct. Yeah. So again,
of alertness, you got +2.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the new edition.
No, that's this edition.
yeah, that's third actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they simplified it down, but
They don't modify the target number; they modify your die roll.
correct.
The target number is always 4,
Yeah, I was just explaining
except for toughness when
Yeah.
you're dealing damage.
Yeah, and that's why I said race calculators. That's again in the cases that you only need a 1 to get up, a 5. So it's every 4 above the next value.
Right.
So 4, 8, 12, 16, et cetera, for on the standard 4 checks.
All right.
So so no one got a race. So sadly, y'all don't notice every little detail. Percy,
now I can spin this Benny to get +2 to that roll, right?
correct.
So let me do that. Let's just see what extra thing I might see
Okay.
or notice with my sniffer.
What you notice with your sniffer then is not just blood. So everybody sees kind of the blood and disheveledness of this girl. Because you spend the additional 2, is you can tell it's fresh, 1, and 2, she's the one who did it, because it's more like she's not been stabbed. Like it's not
like a dog can smell fear and can smell emotion, like that kind of thing. Like
no.
almost I get a sense that this is the culprit, not
correct.
the victim.
Correct.
Cool. So Benny's basically the 2 primary uses are to get a +2 to a roll or re-roll your dice.
Correct.
Because I just kind of popped in with, hey, I got a Benny, I can add dice to it. No,
There's one other purpose for him,
and you can roll in extra dice, right?
no, that's for raises.
Yep.
Bennies also can be used to shake wounds.
Yes.
So that's the other major thing for bennies,
add tidbits into the story.
and add there's
some nuances,
but the major times is add a +2, re-roll a die, or shake a wound that you just took. So with that, so she's the culprit, not so much the victim.
Yeah. So I look up at Benjamin and just kind of I look up and give like a whine and look back at her.
Okay. So with that, y'all kind of see she runs out into the middle of the street.
I'm going to shout, police, stop.
At that, she just turns to you and smiles, a very crooked kind of ill-fitting smile. And she goes, "Oh, new playthings for me to play with."
My ears go back and I sit down.
And at this point, the world around you, again, you hear this because, again, you're keen hearing as well as senses. You hear a strange. You've never heard this before, so again, even as a dog, like it would make no sense to you. But it's archaic in nature. So I'm gonna need all of you, as the world around you starts to wash away. It's like an oil painting getting hit with water. The world starts to kind of melt. Need y'all to roll sanity.
Okay, so sanity was an edge.
No, sanity is the sanity.
Sanity's also a skill.
Was also a skill. Remember, I said take the sanity skill.
Yeah, you got sanity skill and the sanity points edge.
Yeah, sanity points are the value that you use to make sure you don't.
Oh, baby. Let's get it on up there. I got an 11.
Okay,
Yep. 11.
11. Nice.
We good, boss. Same numbers.
What about you, Mike?
Hold on, we're still rolling.
All right. Ooh, Mike must have gotten high too.
12.
2 6s and 2 5s.
Nice.
Hey guys, we're a real sane crew.
Not for the moment.
Very nice.
Dude.
Very nice. All right. What about you, Mike?
I had gotten a 12.
A 12 as well. Very nice. So everybody got raises. That's
We still
impressive.
did good.
This is how the end of his role ended too.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that. Just as a by the by, Kevin showed 2 1s, which is a critical fail in Savage Worlds. That's another thing.
And you can't Benny that roll.
You cannot Benny a double 1.
Luckily,
Anyway,
I prefaced that with 3 6s in a row.
yes, for sure. So with that, y'all actually, the world melts around you, and y'all are phased by this, but y'all don't suffer any sanity point drops. So
Excellent.
now I have to ask you to make a
good boy.
Yeah. I need y'all to make an agility roll.
I'm good at that. Yes.
Just
As-
straight agility.
So what happens is, have y'all ever been in a plane that suddenly drops a couple thousand feet at once? It's that feeling.
Okay.
So you literally lose your equilibrium. That pit in your stomach falls out. The world literally falls away with you as kind of the world fades to black, and you start falling like an instant drop pit of your stomach. So I need y'all to pass this check. 4.
2.
Mr. I'm good at
Yes,
agility.
I'm good at this roll. A 1 and a 2. Well, at least it's not 2 1s.
That is true. All right, so the dog may not land on his feet. So
It's not my job.
true.
Yeah.
That's the other guys.
Luckily, dogs
The
are pretty
other guy.
indestructible.
And anyway,
you know?
what about you, Mike?
Actually, after my -3 penalty on this skill, I've got a 2.
Okay, so we've got 2 people.
4.
A 4. So y'all both passed, right? Okay. So when y'all fall into this room, you're not delayed by getting up. You can start your investigation, so to speak, right away. Percy and Mike, y'all, because y'all failed the check, I'm gonna have to ask y'all to make bigger rolls kind of each round. I'm not gonna throw out cards yet. So I'll just say make a vigor roll. The first roll is at a -4 because y'all both failed pretty badly. And then it'll be a -2, and then it'll be a regular vigor roll.
Is it just to get up? Because my first reaction is going to be to help my dog up.
So then it will go from a -4 to a 0. So it'll skip that middle step.
But
So-
he just won't be able to observe stuff.
Correct.
Well,
and
this
you
turn.
and you'll lose your first turn of observation. You'll see your dog and you'll try to help out.
No, it's okay. Don't even try to help me.
Okay, never mind.
My friend, I got a 23.
All right, so you're fine. You kind of pop up, but you lose kind of a little bit of time. So I'll make them.
That's fine.
So
I
if
have
y'all,
to shake it off.
I start to go to help you, and you're like,
what's all this then?
I don't
What-
need no help.
What,
I
what-
landed on my feet. I don't know what anyone's talking
what's
about.
all this?
I want to hear your voice.
I don't know if I get to talk yet. I imagine I have to make like some kind of a not like. I imagine I won't get to talk until I see another animal talk, and then I will try it.
That
Or-
is very
I think
true.
Rick wants
Or
to hear
you'll
And
you
then
bark.
like because like I wouldn't think to talk
Correct.
at all. I'm a dog.
Yeah.
I think Rick wants to hear your bow wows.
Well, no, but you could when you bark, it just could come out as words.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Like
because
look
I
over
think,
there, like with Alice, you would
because I
have
think
been
it's
saying,
different muscles.
It is.
If that makes sense.
So-
Like it's a different way
We'll-
to do things. Like
he'll-
when I
he'll-
scream and when I speak, it's two very different like
True,
muscular
but this is
motions.
magic. You shouldn't be able to talk at all.
and
That's
you
true.
did just fall into this world, so it maybe hasn't affected you yet.
Yeah, and I think I would have to make probably a smarts roll to start that process.
We'll
Yeah,
get to
we'll
it
get
when
to it.
when it comes to
I
it.
just don't think
So,
it should be automatic.
Real quick, you see Dover kind of injured or kind of fall awkwardly, so you go to help, but you do see you're in kind of a standard English sitting room. You've spent enough time, all of y'all have spent enough time in England to kind of know what a typical sitting den type, not den,
Parlor.
thank you, parlor. That's the word I was looking for. So there's some chairs, a table, a bookshelf,
China.
a fireplace, 4 kind of open to the outside windows, a big mirror over the hearth, a single door to your all's backs because y'all fall in kind of facing the hearth and mirror, but you can kind of see as you kind of do a quick pan. That's what I'll give you. If you want to roll notice to maybe see and find more things out,
notice or investigate.
notice for now, just to pick up more on the scene. If you want to roll investigation after your notice, that's fine. But for you, Kevin, you took a little bit of time, so he'll get it first. So hold on to that number, and then we'll let a couple ticks go by if you don't mind.
Oh no.
right. Jason, what was the negative that you were applying to mine and Percy's?
-4. So Percy passed because he beat it by a ton.
I got several raises.
Yeah. So what?
I got a 7.
Okay. So you still only got a 3 in total then?
No, that
Right.
was after the minus.
Oh, so you okay? Nice.
We're
okay.
rolling well.
Yeah. Good start to the session. So you will also pop up, like you'll kind of like fall to your knees, but you're able to pop up and see the room around you. But again, to do any sort of skill checks or anything, just wait a couple ticks. So what do you? So you got a 7 with your notice. So the room kind of looks disheveled, but the one major thing you pick up on, and they'll get it too once they kind of make their notice rolls. You especially will find this interesting, Kevin, once you see it. I'm assuming you passed your notice roll, right?
If it's no difficult than a 4, then
yeah, then you're fine. Yeah. So at each of the windows is a different season.
The cow and who?
So, and it's very obvious, like fall is in full, like the leaves have changed colors. They're on the ground. There's snow piled up in the winter window. And it's even at different times of the day. Like the winter window is night. The fall window is kind of like, it looks like dusk or dawn. You can't really tell which. Spring is bright sunshine, noon, and spring is kind of like early, you would assume early morning. So that's kind of, it's a weird sort of dichotomy. You, because you're the first to notice this, need to go ahead and make a sanity roll again, just to see how you take this all in one go.
You don't re-roll the wild die, right?
No, you any die that hits.
Anyone that hits the max number, you reroll.
I think you're good. You can stop there. I think you're fine. All right. So y'all pop up. Y'all kind of see this. Y'all don't need to make a sanity check. Because Rick was kind of the first to see it. The shock wears off, and y'all kind of see what he's looking at, and it's like, oh, that's different, but not so much mind-breaking, if you will.
Yeah, I put my paws up on the windowsill of the winter window, and I'm wagging my tail looking out.
Okay.
What the heck?
It starts fogging up from your nose,
Yeah,
Brent.
of course.
So,
what the heck?
so it's real winter. Like it's not an illusion, so
Nice.
to speak.
What the heck is going on around here?
That's a good
Who
question.
are you people?
Blimey, it's a tad wonky.
What the? Man, I haven't even hit the bottle yet this morning. This is very unusual.
Yeah, you should stay off that bottle. It's
You-
affecting all of us.
I don't see how that could be.
So now, if you want to start investigating, you can. If there's anything else y'all want to do while y'all explore the space, just let me know.
Just a little bit.
So
Say that a
I
little bit louder.
still have y'all been here
8.
before?
No, you've fallen from the sky before.
No, but I didn't. I mean, I saw you on the other side of the street yelling at some little girl, and then
Yeah,
you
did you
were
not
here.
see her covered in blood?
Well, yeah, that was a little unusual.
It's my job to arrest people who are covered in blood. It's not their blood.
If it's not their blood, yeah, okay.
How do you know? Well,
Here I am, falling also retired, and I'd see all these nutters.
Investigate that.
All right.
I have a trusty companion that informed me.
So at this point, your trusty companion is like running circles around, like trying to look at you, trying to go back to the window, trying to look at you, go back to the window, trying to get you to open the window up.
Yeah, you can't go outside yet.
Aru?
And I whine and my ears go down. I lay down right next to the window.
what's your fine? I'll walk over and start petting, scratching the back of
Yeah,
your.
definitely. I love that.
And I'll pet,
Right
what's,
behind the right by.
what's your
part of
name,
the
big
ear.
fella?
That's Dover.
Dover.
So
That's a very English
So
name.
Mike, did you want to do anything real quick? We've got Kevin's investigation. He got a raise. So just if there's anything else you want to do, or if you want to talk to the party real quick.
No, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm just basically taking a look around the room.
Okay. Roll investigation as well, because you're actually kind of getting a feel. The notice is fine. Like I said, that kind of was an instant pass. If you're looking for anything specific, just let me know. But the room is kind of disheveled. It looks like it's been lived in, but it's unkempt, so no one's been by to clean it. Like for the niceness of this house, that seems strange, because normally there's maids to clean it. British homes aren't usually kept in this manner, so either a child's been in here or there's something going on. Your investigation, though, do you go over to the window that Dover's in, or what are you looking for specifically? Are you just investigating the space, or
I'm investigating the space. I want to say for things that seem odd and out of place.
Okay,
Obviously,
you find
these 4 windows are quite odd and out of place.
So you find 2 things. One is you find a book on the floor that's open, and with your raise, you notice that the writing is backwards. And if you want to make a Knowledge Wonderland check, you may know exactly what this is. If you don't have Knowledge Wonderland,
I'm untrained, so I'm not going to read the book.
Okay. That's fine. But I mean, you can still make the roll at a -2, a D4 -2, if you want to. You don't have to. You don't know it. Okay. You find the backwards book.
This is odd.
And you find in each of the windows, there's a queen chess piece.
Now, was that a slip of the tongue?
No.
What?
Was him calling the windows mirrors an accident or
No.
an accident?
So in each of the windows, you find 4 queens, one of a different color.
Okay.
So they're just kind of sitting there. They're not obvious. So like in one window, it may be like up on the ledge. On one, it's in the sill, and another, they're just randomly placed, but they're there.
Hey, anyone ever read a backwards book before?
Well, no,
do you flip through it, or do you just keep it on the page?
Start.
Okay, the rest of the book is backwards, but there's like it's cockamamie backwards. Like it's impossible to read except that one page that it was flipped open to. It's very like
this book is
just
odd.
hold it up to a mirror if it's back.
You plonker, hand it over.
Here.
All right. So
and then I'll go let Dover out.
do you try one of the windows or the door?
Do I see any tracks?
I try the winter window.
Okay, the winter window is locked. Like you can't. Even the lock doesn't want to move. Like it's not even rusted shut. It's like
I'm sorry, Dover. I'd have to break it. We don't know where we are at. Let's be kind of rude.
Are there any tracks?
No.
I tried. See.
Even outside.
And Dover snorts.
You want to try one of the other ones?
He lays back down.
I got an 8 on my Wonderland, by the way.
Okay, so you got an 8 on your Wonderland. It is definitely, you've seen this before. It's in your printed book. It is the Jabberwocky poem in backwards. So if you held it up to the mirror, it would look perfectly right. And it's the whole poem, which is for you because of the raise. Like only the first stanza was backwards in the original book. For it to be fully backwards is a bit odd.
What kind of cock up is this? This is damn rubbish.
Is there a mirror in the room?
There is. It's over the mantle in the fireplace. It's rather large, but not like.
What's your name, by the way? I mean, have we introduced ourselves?
I'm Benjamin.
Benjamin.
That's Dover.
Dover, I got. This is the only one I know. And what's your name there?
Well, you seem to be pretty askative.
Askative? Even I, in my uncouth manner, know that's not a real word.
You know, we have a distinct way of talking over in America.
You mean up north?
I'm a Yanks.
Hey, don't refer to me as a Yank, okay?
You almost ought to say the South will rise again, but I think I'm going to have to stop you there.
No, we weren't all about all that, but we still ain't no Yankees. But what's your name there, fella? Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Wayne Longfellow Johnson.
It's Augustus. Augustus Whitliff.
Augustus Whitliff. Well, pleased to make your acquaintance. Now, what are you talking about? This is some kind of poem?
It doesn't make any sense. It's like a children's book. It's talking about a creature that I've read of in Alice in Wonderland.
Seems that name sounds familiar for some reason.
That's a popular book.
Is it now?
I haven't personally read it, but it's a popular book.
So what would it be doing down here, and what would that have to do with us?
Don't know.
So what do you seem to know something, Mr. Augustus? What does that mean to you?
So at this point, Percy, you don't need to make a roll. You kind of hear a loud-ish to you, mewling like a cat.
Okay.
And you can hear footsteps. They can't hear it. It's not on their sound level, but it's coming from above you.
Okay. Do I need to roll like a notice or anything like that?
No, you get this like it would be with all your everything else.
What direction?
Above you.
But like it's walking, so can I tell what maybe what window it's moving closest to?
It's just above you. You can just get that.
I start barking maniacally at the ceiling.
Okay. Like you're
Dover.
I'm still going.
I think you hear something.
Dover, what is it? He really only barks at this, so like at squirrels and stuff back at home. But
So but kind of like my eyes will follow where the footprints are going.
it's starting to come like towards the door. So it's overhead, like kind of middle of the room, and then it's kind of closer to the door and then closer to the door.
Yeah, so my eyes will follow that, and then I'll just stand growling at the door.
Okay. Perfect. So how do you all respond?
Should I
to
roll
that?
like an intimidate or anything?
No.
Okay.
It's not bothered by you at all.
Which door is he facing?
Well,
The only door in the room.
Oh, the only door. That's right. They're all windows.
grabbing a pistol. If he's that agitated,
Okay.
I can't see what's on the other side of the door.
Okay.
What was this jab? What did you say in this poem? Was some creature?
It's about a Jabberwocky. It's all tosh.
What the heck?
Ah,
You know what that is? Is that more than
damn Yanks. Still, it's all nonsense.
nonsense?
Yeah.
So do you ask Dover to heal or anything, or do you try the door?
I'll try the door.
Okay.
I'll pull out my. Oh, I can get mine. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. so the door is locked. It only will swing inward. You can tell by the way the hinges are, like it would only swing inward, but it's locked. You can't find any way to open it. You could try a lock picking. You can now kind of hear something on the other side. It sounds like a cat, though.
Dover, calm down. It's just a cat. I know. It's just a cat.
Yeah.
Nothing so far is just.
Speak for yourself. You're scared of them.
No, I changed that. So
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I went back.
Well,
so
I'm
he'd
role
have
playing
more
that I'm
fun.
protecting you from cats that you're scared of.
It's okay. I'll
So
also
it's
wanna-
okay. I also hate cats. So.
I want to take a look at this lock and see if there's anything I can figure out about it to see if there's something that I can fashion to open it.
Okay. So do you want to go ahead and
wonder if there's any more clues.
push Kevin out of the way and say and because right now he's in front of the door with the dog. So
Also putting back my pistol.
yeah.
It's just a cat.
So do you step away? Do you take Dover away?
Dover, just call.
I mean, I'm not up on the door. I'm
Yeah.
like standing a good 5 or 6 feet
Are
away.
you just
growling.
Are you just growling now?
Yeah, I'm growling menacingly, like ready to pounce if something comes through.
Okay.
But I'm not like right up on the door, like
All right.
because that's not optimal attack position
Yeah.
I get you.
for me.
I'll leave him to growling and go look at the queens.
Okay.
I thought you already had the queens. Then, like you find them. Did you not take them off the windowsill?
I didn't. I just
Okay,
saw
you just
them. I was
noticed.
gonna.
Okay.
If they're removable, I'll actually collect them.
Go ahead.
What
All right.
What are those things?
I don't know. They're queens.
They just look like a piece of carved
They're chess pieces.
bone.
So-
chest.
So one is marble and it's white. One is red and it's plastic. One is wooden and it is it's a little bit more ornate and not so red, but like if you put the two red ones together.
One's red, one's crimson.
Yeah. And
I knew what you meant.
yeah, just making sure, trying to illustrate it. The other one, you can't tell what material it's made out of, but it feels
Space metal.
no, it feels
metal.
it feels unnatural
All right.
in the way the Necronomicon is unnatural,
That's good.
and I'll just leave it at that.
And what color is it?
It's a flesh colored white.
I'll put these in my pocket.
So I'm going to take a look around the sitting room real quick, look back at the lock, and see if there's like an oil lamp, one of those old ones that has like a little key in it to adjust the height.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up and kind of collect the key and see if I can go back over and see what I can do to fashion that into a door lock key.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I think it's lock picking.
There's a lock picking.
Yeah. Go ahead and just do lock picking if you've got that skill.
I do not.
Okay. So it's a D4 minus 2. And don't forget your wild die.
I think he's trying to MacGyver a key.
That's pretty much where I was going with that.
Yeah, he's not trying to pick the lock. He's trying to make a key that would fit the lock that we have.
Right, but because again, it's not. He would have a key for sure, but the key, just like all,
Sure. Yeah.
It's not like a suitcase key where it's a universal key. This is going to be probably a unique door, a unique lock.
Sure.
So I need him to make a lock picking roll.
Yeah.
I only got a 3.
Okay. Well, you try it. It sounds like the tumbler wants to turn, but for whatever reason, you just can't get it to work. Does that make sense? Like you feel like you're close, but no juice, no dice.
So I'll stick the little key in my pocket.
All right. That works.
Well, I don't really like being trapped in this room like this.
I need all of y'all to make a notice roll.
Smell?
Followed by not smell. Followed by a sanity check if you fail the notice roll.
I got a 5 for notice.
7 for notice.
16.
Okay. Mike?
9.
Okay. Everybody's good. You just needed to pass. You hear the sound of stretching, like an unnatural, like you've heard like metal kind of get pulled and flexed. When you turn around, because now you've lost attention at the door, the mirror has grown in shape and size. So now it covers most, like you don't see it moving. It's just like that split second from your back being turned to it being now that y'all are facing it. It's like doubled in size.
The mirror that's where?
Against over the mantle on the far wall opposite the door.
Is that mirror bigger than
Is
it
that
was
the
a
same
second
door
ago?
that Dover is in front of?
Yes.
That's been staring
I
at?
guess
Yes.
that's a yes.
Okay.
So there's a door. So the way the house is set up, there's one wall with a door. On the opposite wall is the fireplace mantle with the mirror.
Okay.
And then on the two other walls are the two windows. There's winter, fall, summer, spring.
I never seen something like that.
I'm gonna check all the windows and see if there's any
I'm
of
gonna
them that are open.
And I'm going to
Nope.
check the mirror.
The mirror. What do you do with the mirror?
Well, first look at it, and
Okay.
then
Everything looks the same. It's just you can see more of the room now.
touch it.
It bounces. Like in that scene in The Matrix, before he puts his hand straight through it, it just kind of waves, but it's not permeable. Like you can't stick your hand through it.
This ain't no normal mirror.
Well, this is all balls up.
So when
Watch.
when your hand touches it, that next time, as the waves kind of come back to normal, you see the doors opened and there's a large cat, the same size as Dover, kind of coming into the room.
What the heck?
I turn and begin barking maniacally.
And it kind of hisses at you, but then just kind of starts to speak and goes, "Where's Snowball?"
Did you just hear what I heard?
You do the.
Okay.
Dover's like,
Blimey, I must be blasted.
I'm gonna slap myself really hard.
Okay.
2d6 damage.
Do I need to roll anything?
I mean, if you really want to slap yourself that hard, do you? How hard do you slap yourself?
I don't think enough for a
enough,
wound.
maybe not to do damage, but enough to put a red mark on my face.
Okay, you don't need to roll for it. It's enough to wake you up. You're not dreaming. This is
What the heck? I'm gonna pull out my bottle and I'm gonna
where's
take a big shot.
Snowball.
At this point,
The voice gets louder and more.
after the first time I said Snowball, questioningly.
My kittens, where's?
Well, we
Snow-
haven't been here that long for Dover to eat them.
so I'm gonna proc my hindrance, the doubting Thomas, and I'm gonna go up and say, and just basically push the cat out the door. Like, this can't be right.
Well, so the door has shut behind it. Like y'all it basically stepped in and it immediately shut behind it. It's a big cat. So
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so if you try to shove it, make a strength roll. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy.
Hey, Augustus, I'm not sure you need to be messing with that cat like this. We don't know where the heck we are.
It's just a blithering dream.
I don't think it's a dream because I don't think I hope if I have a dream, you're not what's going to be in it. And talking cats and some Yankee cop.
Well, you're all figments of me imagination.
Well, sure, you're going to kind of dream out of
Yank, but
you are a Yank, ain't you? Even he called you a Yank.
So Mike, what's your strength?
Well, he just don't know about
my strength. My strength is a D4.
A D4. Go ahead and roll it with your D6. Tell me what you get.
I actually got a 9.
So which exploded, your 4 or your 6? I'm just curious.
My 4.
Nice. Okay. So you rolled your D4 and it hit a 4 twice, and then you got a 1?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So the cat doesn't take too kindly to you shoving it. So you do kind of push it back, but it's going to take a swipe at you, and you're probably going to get a rude awakening.
Can I reactionarily jump in front of the swipe?
No, because he's literally up shoving it.
Well, as soon as he swipes at it, I'm going to move in between them.
Okay, that's fine, but
yeah. So let you roll your thing, and then I'll do whatever I need to do.
Correct.
Like,
Mike, you're probably not going to like this.
Yeah, it happens.
To Mike.
Udell.
So what's your parry? I need to know this.
Time for another
2.
No, we didn't hear Mike. What is your parry?
It's a 2.
Oh my gosh. How do you not have fighting skill?
No.
Oh.
Well, he's a clockmaker. He's just a.
What's your toughness,
I
Mike?
was told Mike was
7.
an attacking character.
no, it said
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, you take 2 wounds as this cat rakes you across the leg and kind of lower torso, and you've got claw marks down your side, and Dover's going to kind of jump in between you as you kind of react.
Do I need to roll like an intimidate?
No, it's standard cat versus dog square off at this point, unless you want to.
I want to get it to back down.
Well,
whatever.
It just didn't want. You know how cats are want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, guys, I think what we
but
have
I want
here.
to assert dominance.
Yeah. So it kind of does the standard hiss and kind of stands its ground too. Like, this is its house. You're the interloper here.
Look, I think what we got here is a failure to communicate. So let's just take it down a notch. Augustus, you okay? Augustus,
What the hell?
you still think it's a dream?
I start slapping myself to try and wake up.
I think the bleeding makes it very real.
Augustus, I think you need to back away from the cat.
What the? Okay. You got our attention now. Whatever. What's your name now? So you're looking for Snowball, but do you have a name?
Alice calls me Dinah, and that's the name I respond to. And you're in her house. What are you doing here, and what have you done with my Snowball?
And who is Alice? And
Well, we just showed up here.
yeah,
Alice has many playthings. You're just another one in her menagerie of toys. I'm the only pet she's ever had. Get out of my house.
Wait a tick. Are you telling me that Wonderland is real in this damn book?
What's Wonderland? This is my house. Get out of my house. But at this point, you hear the mirror snap again behind you.
I'll look behind me.
It's now the entire wall. There's still like a tiny fireplace. It looks unreal. And when you look in the mirror and turn back to Dinah, she's twice the size of the dog now. I need all of y'all to make a sanity.
I didn't look at the mirror, just to clarify.
Okay, then you don't make a sanity check. No, you do, but you're at a penalty because you just saw the cat literally double in size.
Dang it.
Like, it literally went pop.
-2?
Yeah, -2.
8.
Okay, you're good.
9.
You're good.
I'm at a 7.
You're good.
7 minus 2.
Okay.
Crit
So-
fail.
Crit fail. Whoa, Mike.
Udell, how did you make it into this game?
Well, I mean, he did take a big swipe to the leg and then look back, and the cat's twice as big as it was a second ago. And the cat already has him half dead.
So needless to say, you're the only one who's kind of sort of figuring things out. I think you definitely take a sanity check how I'm going to flavor this is you're going to go literally head first into the mirror. Does that make sense?
Okay, it does, because I mean, with one eye anyway, I'd almost have some balance issues.
Yeah.
You only have one eye?
Yep.
So you go head first in the mirror. It's permeable. Y'all see him literally fall through to the other side. He's no longer in the room, but you can literally see him on the other side. You can't hear him. Nothing else. You can't even smell him.
Sanity check.
You can't even smell him.
Oh, okay. Then I would turn to the mirror at
Okay.
that point. Like when one of the smells leaves the room, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on, gentlemen? I'm
Get
getting really
out of
nervous.
my house. You just like the
Is that
cat
the way out?
the cat starts kind of stalking you and pushing
Hey,
you towards the
Dover,
mirror.
I'm going to whistle for you.
Okay.
I think you should get over here.
I think you should probably roll a persuasion roll at that point.
You're
Against-
not very well trained. If my dogs needed a persuasion roll,
Well, when there's a giant cat threatening
Oh,
my
okay, fair
owner,
enough.
He's rolling persuasion. You need to roll intimidation.
What? For
I wouldn't intimidate him. I think maybe
Yeah, what's the comparable stat then?
I don't know, I think
I
he just
don't-
needs to succeed.
No, I know what you need to roll. You need to roll just to set his threshold. You need to roll spirit.
Oh, okay.
Does that
It's-
make sense? Like it's your wherewithal against his
crit
kind of
fail, please.
commanding presence.
At least I'm not the only
got a
one.
Oh, I got a 5. Sorry, bud.
So he's gonna not be that responsive to you right now. He again, it's his hindrance with
I understand what it is.
I'm going to be pushing on the mirror.
it. You just go right through, like your hand goes straight through.
So I push on the mirror, my hand goes straight through.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go find Augustus. He needs help, and I'm going to
Go
step
through.
the mirror.
Okay. You kind of step over the mantle at this point. It's like a little baby step, but it's so you step through.
Yes.
Okay. When you come through the other side, everything's in normal state, but you can still see what's going on. So like the mirror is only its standard size. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But you can see the entire, like everything. It's like a TV, like rotoscope backwards.
Hey guys, can they hear me?
Nope.
Hey guys, I made it through. Hey Augustus, are you okay?
By the way, the door's open and you can kind of see outside too, but that's the only other thing to note. Everything else is the same, just
the door on the other
backwards.
side behind the cat
Uh-huh.
is open.
And so is your door.
And what season am I in?
It's all 4.
I'm still in all fours. No.
But the windows are like everything else is the same. But if you look outside,
Oh, I'm in a room.
yeah, you're in the same
In the same room in the
Same
mirror.
room in the mirror.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
I
I
want to. I think now is a good time to try, like with this danger and everything else going on. It's a good time to try
Mhm.
the speaking.
Okay.
Like as almost a bark, I would yell "go,"
Okay.
or I would try that.
Okay.
Your bark is meant to say go. Is that kind
Yeah,
of what you're-
yeah, exactly. And like it might even startle myself to do that.
Okay. Let's try
So
this.
what do you think? What do you think?
Roll smarts to see if you can maybe get this command off.
No.
Okay. So it just comes out as a straight bark.
Yeah.
All right.
Dover, we're leaving.
And I kind of look back at you and look back at Dinah, still growling and just kind of I'm slowly backing up as she stalks
Well,
forward.
Also, as I'm saying that, I'm going to be start to push through the mirror, but not going in. It's like I can't leave them.
Yeah. So you feel like you're holding the door open, so to speak, for him.
Yeah, of like pushing my hand through, of like we're leaving. If she moves, I'm going to shoot at her. If
Yeah.
she moves towards him anymore.
Do you want to make a investigation or notice roll on
Sure.
Dinah real quick as your gun's out, it's trained on her at this point, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. Just make this
Well, like down towards her feet, because I really don't. It's bigger, And I got a sidearm. I don't want to really piss it off. Three.
Just a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't pick up on this. You, however, you can sort of smell a change in her. She's not putting off the standard cat smells like she was earlier.
Yeah.
She smells metallic, and the claws to you look metallic.
Like metallic, like steel, or metallic, like blood.
Metallic, like
Brass
steel,
or steel.
like steel, like you may have seen a car before. It's kind of like that. You don't smell the oil, but it's a big, massive thing.
Okay.
That is mechanical in nature almost.
Yeah. So I basically look back again at Ben and continue barking at him and backing up slowly.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't make the roll again.
Yeah.
Savage rules.
Yeah.
Something's got to change before I can make that roll a second time.
So
Well, yeah. So we really have hindrances that are going against each other right now.
it happens. So Dinah's gonna make kind of a swipe at you like a cat would. It's not like standard standoff. Like it's more just like get out of this space.
It's a warning swipe. It's not like a harmful swipe.
How do you want to react to that?
I think she's
react.
trying to intimidate me.
Right.
So I think roll intimidation v intimidation.
Yeah.
I think,
or maybe your taunt versus intimidate. Do you think, or do you?
Well, I'm not trying to taunt her. Like I'm not trying to goad her into doing anything. I'm trying to get her to back off.
Okay. And because she has a size advantage on you, I'm gonna boost her die in this case. Does that make sense? Specifically because it's against you. Right now, she's not quite as big as you yet, but.
Well, when she swipes, I shoot at her. I shoot near her paws.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll your shooting. Make sure you don't crit fail and hit her.
And I did a notice whenever you get around to it.
That's fine. The room's exactly the same. The door outside just leads to what you can tell is a flower garden in springtime.
Okay, I'm going to check out the door outside. But
Yeah.
I just didn't crit fail.
We'll be there soon.
you crit fail?
I
No, he
said I
didn't.
just didn't.
Oh.
Didn't hit where I was aiming, but still in the general vicinity.
22.
Yeah, she beat me.
So you're gonna probably have to take a.
Yeah, so I think it plays out like I'm backed up enough to where like I kind of take one step backward and my back leg goes through the mirror.
Okay.
And so like I kind of feel a slip.
Yeah. And do you kind of, so because of the weird dichotomy of the two rooms, you kind of fall backwards, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm like up in the air in the other room.
Kind of, sort of, but where you are in what I would call real space time is it feels like you're falling backwards, but your paws is literally on the ground. It's that tilt, if you will. So you literally kind of fall back through the window, the mirror, but you literally land on your feet like no issue, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
You just now can't see, like you pop your head back up. You can't see down, all you see is a wall.
Yeah.
As I start falling back through, next time, ask nicer. I would have helped you find Snowball.
Okay. It kind of growls, grimaces at you, and kind of prowls at the mirror as you step through, but it doesn't come through the mirror yet. Does that make sense? So like,
well, that's that. We're gonna move.
So when you get on the other side, you two, well, you maybe not because you're still seeing the wall. You're not looking up at the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Rooms
I'm
and
confused.
Yeah. So you may not see this, but you definitely do. And Mike, you probably do too if you're seeing what's going on in the mirror. The cat kind of puts her paws up on the mantle, but she's not getting through. Like she's kind of looking at the glass, like seeing what y'all are doing to make sure like she's guarding her space. Like to her, the mirror is the unbroachable, if it makes sense.
So it's not like she can't get through, but she's not trying to get through.
Correct. Like you can kind of read the intention of like, if you dawdle, I'm going to keep chasing you, but right now you're out of my territory.
Yeah, I think at that point I would get up and just run out the door.
You see an open door.
Yeah, I see an open door. I've wanted to go outside for a while now. I probably have a poop I've been holding in.
That's right.
I don't think
you've got new territory. You've got new territory to mark, so
you're
to speak.
Gonna poop in Wonderland.
I don't think
first act.
I don't think
poop in Wonderland.
I don't think we finished our business earlier before the.
So you want to do your business?
Exactly.
Okay, so what else would y'all like to do? This room again, like I said, it's exactly like the first room you came into. You're starting to look outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about that book and the queens in the window?
So if you want to take the time to look at it, you
Yeah.
see the book, but it's right side text this time.
Hey, Augustus. Does this look like the same book to you? It looks like the same book to me. And like,
Absolutely.
So yeah,
this one's a little different.
yeah, it's written the right way, but it's only the Jabberwocky poem.
Yeah. So it's the same book though, right?
It's almost the same book.
So they're two books.
Right. So if Mike held on to the one from the original room,
Right, which I think he did.
it's all gibberish and backwards.
Okay.
But only the Jabberwocky poem is kind of the legible item. The book in this room, in this world, it's only the Jabberwocky poem, but it's written in standard, like, legible script.
Cool. The queens in the window
They're there.
still look exactly the same.
Except you can't pluck them out of the window. They're stuck. So they're like part of the window frame or paneling or whatever object they were on or in. So like the wood queen on the wood paneling is in the wood. Like you can see the outline, but you can't pick her up. Like it's embedded, if you will.
What if I touch the wood queen to the wood queen?
Nothing happens.
All right. Just checking.
Now kiss.
Now kiss. Yes. Oh, I better go check on Dover.
So Dover, you dash outside.
Dover
right?
dashed outside.
Dover dash.
As soon as you hit the front porch patio kind of front door,
Kind
it's
of running in place.
yeah, so to speak.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew you knew it was coming. Luckily, you're a dog, so
Yes.
you have fun figuring this one out.
Yeah, nope. I am.
You are confused to all hell.
I'm probably gonna successfully roll a smarts roll to scream an expletive before I figure this one out.
So you know what you know what's happening here.
Yes, and this is why I'm playing a dog, because I know what's happening.
Especially here of all places,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All right. What do the rest of y'all do while Dover tries to figure out how the heck to go outside?
Well, I went out. I tried to go outside
Okay.
earlier, so
And
Well, you made your way into like a hallway, but there's no other doors. It just leads to outside. So, do you just look outside? Like I'm trying to keep all of y'all together, just so that way we don't have...
4-party split. Got it. Everyone take a window.
okay. So can I go outside?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
I'm not real comfortable in this room. I really don't. I want to kind of get outside.
Okay.
If there's an outside, I'm gonna walk outside.
Okay. You walk outside. You see. What do you do once you step outside? Do you just try to keep walking, or do you just?
I immediately survey. No, as soon as I get outside and I can look around, I look.
Okay.
At the
So
trees,
as long as you don't like go too far away, all you can really see. Go ahead and roll a notice, but hold on to that roll. We'll kind of let everybody else catch up to you. So just hold that number real quick. Mike, what are you doing?
Well, at first I would have started looking around the room, trying to compare it to what we just came out of, and still in utter disbelief that I just fell through a window or a mirror, which I'm more likely to believe, truthfully, that I got cut up by the window than the mirror than the cat.
Okay. So real quick, when you took that sanity roll, take 2 points away from your sanity. I forgot to mention that too, but that was kind of just the explanation and the disbelief too, is that you fell backwards through the mirror. But you need to go ahead and lose 2 points of sanity because you crit failed.
Got it.
So sorry about that. I forgot that bit of.
No worries. And then shortly after that, I'd kind of pick myself back up.
Yeah,
and...
Kevin showed you the book, so let's catch you up to there. So at that point, the room's exactly the same, like everything you noticed. Like I said, Kevin pointed out the book to you because maybe you were too busy trying to dress your wounds or trying to deal with that you didn't notice it right away. So he brought it to your attention. So what's next for Augustus?
He would be taking both books and laying them side by side to check out what is different.
Okay. There's, other than the way the text is scripted, nothing is different other than the one book. You can clearly see Jabberwocky on every page.
Clearly see or clearly read?
Both, but like it's every page is Jabberwocky.
Okay.
The poem in full.
This place is just He's all shambles.
It's bananas. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So I guess you check on him, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you look a little hurt. You gonna be okay, Augustus?
You'll survive.
That was a big ass. That was a big cat.
Trying to be proper, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. I just went straight through a window, a mirror.
I want you.
All right.
I want you to roll not a smarts check. What would be the? Not a vigor. It's not spirit. It's not notice. To kind of get a sense of Dover's outside, and you kind of just hear.
I know Dover's outside. I saw him run out.
Yeah.
I'm checking on Augustus, seeing what else. He probably had to use the restroom. I'll go out there eventually as soon as me and Augustus are done in here.
Okay. No, if that's the way.
I also know, hence why I'm removing myself from the scene, at least until everyone else has had their chance.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I poop where I am.
You panic and just.
Well, no, I was trying to get outside to do that, and it's like, well, fine. If I can't go, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're right next to him.
I know.
What the heck are you doing? Go get over there. Don't do it right here.
And I try to move. And what happens when I try to move?
You just kind of, to his perspective, you're running in a circle. It kind of almost looks like you're just spinning about, so to speak.
Okay.
Have you eaten something funny? I'd ask if you were drunk, but I know you don't drink.
You don't know that.
You don't know nothing.
Is that what you say?
No.
Is that what you try to say?
No.
Do you? And here's another question: would he start understanding what we're saying?
Well,
dogs already pretty much.
I already have a
pretty. Dogs don't
okay.
understand what we're saying.
Yeah. Well,
they'll understand commands. I know,
No.
but that's what I'm
If
curious.
Yeah.
This world, would you start understanding?
If they teach, they can understand. If you teach them, they can understand.
If they would not understand
so
what I just said.
They don't
Okay.
understand
no.
the meanings.
I
of the
train
words.
dogs.
So real quick, just treat it like most basic things he would understand. Complex thoughts, like your full sentence structure, he wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he would understand basic sit, stay,
Yeah.
bird, dog,
Yeah.
things like that. But that's my question. Just for mechanics, however you're doing this language thing, he might start understanding what we're saying.
Oh no, he definitely would, but right now it's still early on. So no worries there yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of able to process more complex concepts at this point, but
That's what I'm wondering, which might proc.
like
your-
eventually I'll be able to like use things like pronouns and stuff like that. But like I'll be very cavemanish when I first start.
Yeah.
I've got plans.
Yeah, I figured. Anyway, so let's move past this. So you kind of are talking to him. He has to take care of his business. So
And I do readily.
So what about? So what you said you rolled a notice. So what did you get?
I got an 8. Do I notice anything about his poop? Like, is he eating properly or anything? Because I examine scat all the time as part
That's
of tracking.
rude.
You know, no, that's one of the things.
So
To think
your
that
notice
I don't
happened.
Take care of Dover.
What? So
You're
what
a
happened?
Yankee. You don't know proper way to take care of a dog.
Keeps calling me a Yank.
No, he called you a Yank. I'm calling you a Yankee.
Anyway, so what you do notice is it's a standard English Victorian house. Like you can see the front facade. As long as you don't try to go too far off this front step, you don't feel that weird pull. The outside, you can kind of see. You've maybe spent enough time in England. You've seen some of the countryside manors. There's a fairly substantial garden, but you can't see much more. There's like a man-sized hedgerow that kind of encapsulates this kind of front entryway area. Like there's a carriage path that kind of comes up to the front drive and then kind of curls away, but all you can see is hedgerow, like a fairly fancy garden with like a gazebo, and this carriage path that kind of just dead ends into this hedgerow, if you
That's
will.
a pretty poor design. I am actually going to walk out. I mean, if I feel something weird, I might stop, but other than that, I'm going to walk.
So as you walk forward, you find yourself back at the front door, and you're looking at the front door.
So I reversed myself.
Yes.
I did a 180. What in the heck is going on here? I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
And the same thing happens?
Yep.
Guys, I'm starting to get a little nervous here.
Are you
Go
drunk?
ahead.
I keep seeing you hit the bottle.
Yeah, I ain't drunk. Trust me, I can handle my liquor just fine. You'll know when I'm drunk.
So make a sanity check. You make 2 sanity checks because you kept because you tried to run out there and then you ran in circles.
Well, the second time he was demonstrating to him. Basically.
I know, but he's.
All right, I made my sanity check.
You passed it.
I think if I can't try again to do something that I fail at, I shouldn't be asked to continually make checks.
No,
on the same thing.
I think that's valid. Okay, yeah, go ahead and just make a single sanity check, but I will apply a penalty.
What's the penalty?
-2.
Okay, well I got a 10.
Then you're fine.
Hey,
right.
Augustus, I think I hear Longfellow calling.
What, guys?
I've had enough of this rubbish, and I'm going to bolt right out the door and see if I can just storm off.
Okay.
In an English huff.
Down the hallway, and you hit the front porch, and do you kind of keep marching off?
Yes, I do. In an English huff.
An English huff leads you right back at the front door again.
I hope you made sure you didn't step in the poop.
What the bloody hell?
Augustus, I tried to tell you, I don't know what's going on around here. But...
Make an agility roll to dodge the poop.
Well, to notice it first.
No, I'm kidding about that. We're going to treat that as not hazardous terrain.
I'm going to...
Well, have you ever seen Mastiff poop? It is hazardous terrain.
I'm going to spend a...
I will also follow, but not in a huff.
Yeah.
As I see him coming toward, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Okay.
And I can make a roll with this as well if you would like, but just for the sake of kind of moving forward from here, I want to spend a Benny to back up out of the way.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do?
Yeah. Go. You can. What I would have you.
I'm using it to introduce a fact.
Yeah.
To what's going on, even though it's a fact that's already there.
Yeah. So you back up and you find yourself further down the path.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Yep.
Did we watch this?
It doesn't, because of the spatial awareness. Right. Like it looks like he's moving forwards, but he himself feels like he's walking backwards. Does that make sense?
So he just
but you just see me walking forward.
Right, you backed up just inadvertently. You weren't intending to try
but I
to
walked
back
forward,
up.
Yes.
Right, but ended up being walking forward.
Yes.
So unless we intentionally
So I think y'all got to make some notice rolls to really notice what was
done.
So do we make a notice roll?
If you want to. If you were paying that close of attention to Dover.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take over.
No.
I would have been watching.
I know what you're doing, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, like I said, with the Benny spin, I was fine with it.
Right. Because I still don't understand as a dog what's going on.
Right.
I'm just like,
get out of the way.
Piece of luck.
Yeah.
7 on the notice.
Okay, 7 on the notice. You've spent enough time around dogs, especially like tracking dogs and whatnot. Like when they point and pace and do certain things, like you can see the mechanical movement. You kind of pick up on the mechanical movement is not right, but it would have taken like a raise to notice he was walking backwards. Like if you had stared close enough, like a film, like running in reverse, you could have seen like the legs were moving backwards, but he's moving forwards. You get what I'm kind of going with?
So I could spend a Benny to get that raise.
To get +2.
2, yeah.
12.
You see it hand over fist. You're like,
what the?
Yeah. What the Yankee expression?
And I rolled only because I'm walking up behind slower, so I'm looking out and then seeing my dog walk backwards. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
That's
hell?
Dover. That's weird. What do you?
And at that point, I do try to run forward. Now that I think,
and you end up running right into kind of his crotch lap.
What?
Because you heard his name too. Yes. So.
What in the hell?
So Dover is now y'all see him moving forward, but he's now back up on the porch, literally like up in his.
Aww.
Couldn't stay away.
Yeah, right behind the ears. Yes.
Okay.
I'll try to step forward off the porch.
Do we need to make a smarts roll to
And
put two
then
and two?
obviously get stuck.
Yep.
As I work my way through this.
Yep. And so sanity.
I'd like to see if I could make a Wonderland check here to see if
Go ahead.
I can kind of figure out that I already figured out what the deal is, right? But I don't want to articulate it yet.
Yep. No. I think everybody's figured it out, Mike. I think you're fine. But
So
But your characters have to figure it
yeah.
out. Or I guess
So
our
sanity's
characters.
fine. I'm gonna do an investigation of
Straight
running.
smarts on this one, if that's okay.
16.
16. Oh yeah, you know passage, page, everything about this. Alice had this same problem when she first came into the Looking Glass house.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, you're fine.
5.
Yeah, you kind of smartsed it out too.
Gotta walk backwards.
If this is
Kind of
if
sense.
this really is Wonderland, then we just going through a mirror, which means everything here has to be done backwards.
What are you talking about, Augusta?
Oh god, that's painful. All right, start backing
That makes
up.
no sense at all. What?
Yeah. So as y'all kind of displace from the house and get into the garden,
Well, I perk up and I try to move forward toward
The hedgerows.
toward you as you walk away backwards, frontwards.
Good boy.
I try to follow, but I try to go
figure
forward.
it out.
let's just say you with your weird.
Someone demonstrates it to me.
Yeah.
Like, do the
They
back,
grab you by the
go
tail.
back.
Yeah, we drag you by the tail.
you kind of sort of just happenstancely. We won't dawdle a lot more
Okay.
time
Well,
on
he
it.
might know the command back. You know, that's a common command for
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. So
Back, back, back.
after a bit,
Okay,
you get oriented.
I get acclimated. Yeah.
And once you kind of hit it, like there's this sort of weird switch that gets pulled, and all of a sudden, like right feels right, left feels left. Once you get away from the house, like there's this weird sort of issue, and you get into the garden, and I think that's where we'll sort of stop for now. So with that,
Sure.
I think we'll end there. We'll start up in the garden next time on Alice. Y'all keep on adventuring.
Have a good one.
Late.
Right.